are Skaven spells of stealth. Any good in patch 6.2.2. The wiki claims that this is the most obscure spell lore in the game. I'm sure that's a completely unintentional pun. Definitely unintentional. I'm intentionally highlighting it though. The lore passive is actually pretty interesting. It's 8 seconds away. They changed this to 10 seconds in 6.2.2, so factor that into your thoughts. And functions as Poison Light, for minus 10% speed, minus 10% damage in melee and ranged for your foes. This lore has some cheap spells to keep spamming the passive, and this will stack with regular poison. Warp stars are basically warp energy throwing stars. 4 wins for 1 star, 7 for 2, range 200 meters, cooldown 28 seconds. Direct hit is 150 magical damage, 60% armor piercing, explosion 75 damage, 60% AP. I'm not seeing a radius given. As spammable damage and a passive trigger, it's okay. Skitter Leap used to be a spell of ruin, and Warlocks probably regret not having it anymore. But oh well. Single target for 4 wins, 35 meter radius for 8, range 200 meters, duration 25 seconds, cooldown 29 seconds. Allies are plus 25% speed and get stuck and unspottable. In other words, this is a lot like Skarsnik's Tricksy Traps ability, at least the Overcast version, and thus is largely wasted on the true stealth units, but Unspottable will work on Mutant Rat Ogres and Brood Horrors on Mad Flanks just as well. Just keep in mind 25 seconds is not a lot of time. Also plus 25% speed for the aforementioned Brood Horrors would kind of be insane. So use with care, but it is a low commitment spell. Armor of Darkness is single target for 7 wins, 35 meters radius for 11 wins Overcast, 200 meter range, 35 seconds duration, 43 second cooldown. The effect is armor plus 60 and missile resistance plus 20%, meant to be used in a faction using a lot of low armor units. Having said that, using it on a group of storm vermin will get them to the front line a lot more intact against certain kinds of withering fire. It's interesting. There are some niche uses that I can really see, like a Rat Ogre YOLO getting a single target cast. Veil of Shadows is a rare spell doing absolutely no damage to the foe. 6 wins normal, 10 overcast, 200 meter range. 25 meter radius, duration 26 seconds. Cooldown 38 seconds. I assume the purpose to the overcast adding a contact effect is to keep affecting units that leave the vortex for 12 seconds. The actual effect is speed minus 45% and leadership minus 8, so cavalry fleeing Eshin triads might have a really hard time. That's the idea. Brittle Bone is single target for 11 wins, 35 meter radius overcast at 18 wins. 39 seconds duration, 47 seconds cooldown, so it is meant as a turn the tide of melee type hex. Effects are speed minus 25%, fatigue buildup spikes by 1% per second, and minus 40 melee defense. This is perfect when you have lots of melee damage on your side, but you're having a hard time landing it. The only bad thing is that it isn't one of the 55 meter radius ones. This is quite powerful. Black Whirlwind is a vortex spell and is meant to be expensive. 15 base, 20 overcast, 17 second duration, 15 meter radius, stationary like a pit of shades, 150 meter range, and it's a very simple, magical, armor piercing damage, 3 second normal, 4 per second overcast for the 17 seconds duration. You do the math, and there's a lot of units out there, even heavily armored ones, that will really feel this. Dwarfs and Khorne will feel it less, but without really special measures, even they will be really hurt because, again, pierces the armor, and a lot of regular attacks might not. So, it's there as a hammer upon blobs, a good way to end a lore that had pretty low damage until now. Of all these, the ones that surprised me the most were Armor of Darkness and Brittle Bone. Orthodox Skaven play goes in completely different directions these days, but those can result in big lopsided changes and aren't affected by enemy spell resistance. Take care, and have fun leaping into the enemy's backline like your Tracer. At least that's how it will appear to the enemy.